Hello, Galaxy. I'm Chris Pirillo. We're going to browse some catalogs tonight. No worries about lurking whatsoever. I started a little early. I mean, because I could. I mean, I know I've been normally waiting until 6 p.m., but now that I'm not in that schedule, I kind of wonder if I should be going earlier, potentially even longer on Saturdays and Sundays, possibly, depending on how the day's been going. Lately, over the past week or so, I have been wrapped up, as you can imagine, with changes in what's been happening specifically around my communities and the changes they're making on Twitter. As soon as these ads stop playing, oh man, yeah, sorry, Slarty Bart Fasty. It's not Saturday. It's Sunday. There's no cereal on Sunday. I ate it all. Well, no, I didn't really. And hello there, Luco Surge. Good to see you. And you too, Mystery Goat. The Perilloverse. It's kind of like the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The Perillo Serialmatic Universe. Is that what we're going to call it? Hello, JB Jaws. Good to see you. Howdy, Mark. So my communities, like the people that I follow, they're leaving. They're leaving Twitter. Like my Star Wars Twitter, has pretty much all picked up and moved. They've all gone to Hive. Like, not all of them, but like a lot of them. I'm just like, to the point where I'm like, do I really have to sign up for another damn account? Really? You're a part of the Perilloverse. You kind of are. This is like an alternate reality. I am not here, but if I were, this is where I'd be. Well, that's good, the Trek nerd. Don't know where you are these days. Hello, Spitting Moon. So, the turmoil on Twitter has embroiled me. Twitter won't die. They'll be back. I don't know if I'd say they'll be back. I know it's changing. I guarantee it is changing. And at least one thing that came out of it was a net positive. They did something that should have been done years ago. I don't want to get into it right now. I did tweet about it if you wanted to check it out. I did post on Twitter. I said giving credit where credit is due. I also said it's very difficult for creators and artists to make changes. But a lot of the people that I follow on Twitter that make it fun for me are the Star Wars folk. Like the artists and the podcasters and the people who revel in Star Wars. And they're basically all picking up and moving to Hive. They moved. I'm like, all right. So I set up a damn Hive account. So I'm now on Hive. The Android app is absolute trash. Like it's just it's not good. It's not great. But like everybody I'm following there is on is Star Wars related. Like Hive is gonna be my Star Wars app. So yeah, Twitter may be changing. I know some people are like, whatever. I'm like, no, but it's the people. It's not just the platform, it's the people who are on it. I'm like, these people, if they stop posting to Twitter, Twitter becomes less interesting to me. Completely. I'm disinterested. Hello, Aaron. Good to see you. Thanks for sharing. Not much you use Twitter for. Wrestling, Star Trek, video games. That's about it. Saw a few Trek people leaving. Don't know the exit rate. Yeah, I don't know either. I mean, I wasn't really counting. It was just like an overwhelming, like my entire feed was dominated. Hive. So like part of my feed, here's my Twitter feed, right? I mean, some people, business is normal. Other people, sycophants. Other people saying they're going to Hive. Other people say they're moving to Mastodon. I'm still like, well, I'm probably going to spend less time on Twitter, but I'm not leaving. It's just that if everybody that I enjoy following is gone, Twitter becomes less interesting to me. So it's a network. That's the network effect. Now that may be different for you. It depends on who you follow, who you listen to. But if it just becomes this chaotic mess of like things that I'm just not interested in, there's a reason I stopped browsing Facebook mostly. Or I don't think, I need to do something. Oh, let me open Facebook. I don't really do that. I don't do that with Instagram necessarily either. And to a certain degree, I don't do that with TikTok. So over the past few days, I've been like, I got to get set up all over again. These factions are splintering. They're going every which way. And I don't blame anybody, honestly. I don't. I mean, I have my inclinations. I can tell you where I feel I best belong in terms of a social network. I do believe that my stomping ground has very quickly become Mastodon for a lot of different reasons. One, oh my God, my social graph is moving there for the most part, and I say that because I've got on Mastodon now. In a week's time, I can't remember when I joined exactly. I think it was over the past week. I'm up to almost 2,500 followers, which is pretty incredible for not having the ability to do the same thing on that network as you might with other networks, because people are still getting their feet wet, etc., etc. But I feel like I can find a groove there. I genuinely do. I feel like there's a ton of nerds, like a ton of nerds, and I've been enjoying myself. It's been interesting to meet other people in the tech industry, certainly, nerds and geeks, scientists, developers. They've pretty much, the geeks, I'm just telling you, have moved to a Mastodon instance. I'm watching it happen in real time. The journalists, the so-called blue checks, are moving to news.post. I think that's the name of the website. The Star Wars Twitter community is moving to
Photosmint Cheerdex 300.
Oh, thank you, Photosmint. Thank you. Appreciate it. Good seeing you again. Virtually, at least. We're just talking about community once again, and we're going to wax nostalgic. I have a feeling we're going to be doing that every weekend because it's a fun thing to look forward to. We're going to browse some catalog pages today because it's Thanksgiving week, you know. I don't know if I'm going to do a stream on Thanksgiving. I may just leave that be. But Thanksgiving week was fun because we were able to go through catalogs and circle which toys we wanted and leave a list, make a list, you know. But anyway, the Star Wars Twitter community has moved to Hive. So, like, they're all they're all scattering. I haven't seen much movement on the 3D printing front. There have been a few people who have come over to Mastodon. I have seen that, which makes sense because a lot of nerds and geeks are there. Makes a heck of a lot of sense. Never heard of Hive. Ghost. It is. It's a newer-ish app. It's not that great. I'm kind of disappointed in the people who picked it, but what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Like, be disconnected from the people that I'd been connected with over all this time? If that's where they're going, I gotta go there. What am I just gonna? No, I'm gonna stand. No, I mean, like, the people that I've grown to appreciate and I'd consider fellow fans. You know, they enjoy this stuff as much as I do. I feel that's where they are. So that's where I gotta be too. You're trying, need some guidance over at Mastodon? Happy to help, Spinning Moon. How can I clarify? Oh, Ghost, where are you at? Where are you floating to? Trek Nerd, you are on Mastodon? There is a learning curve, but, once you've figured out, I mean, I've shared quite a few tips. I've posted quite a few tips to help guide people. Yeah, make a list. Seriously, Spinning Moon. I say, here's what we do, Spinning Moon. Here's what we do. You and I, what we do is we carve out a time and we broadcast. If you want, you can come on as a guest in a show, and we can record it like a Mastodon live Q&A. How's that sound? If you don't want to do a guest thing, you can ask in chat or something like that. But I think we need to carve some time for that because there's a lot to cover, and people, I think other people could benefit. Ghosts. Wait, okay, so who are you then? If we're already talking there, who are you over on Mastodon? You've got a different name. I'm the same. I'm just Chris Perillo. The stock iOS app, Barebones. People have liked MetaText on iOS. I use the iOS app on the Mac desktop. It's been less problematic than the web interface. Oh, Dark Wraithlord. Yes, thank you. Darth Wraithlord, John. Yeah. Dark Wraithlord has boosted a few of the things that I've shared, and I appreciate that. So Ghost can also help with Mastodon Q&A. You're dabbling? So people like MetaText. They just updated the default Mastodon app. I'm using that on the Mac desktop. I didn't like MetaText on the Mac desktop. And I don't use iOS. Tusky for Android, it's what I've been using, and I really like Tusky. Yeah, Aaron, Tusky. It's not great. There's a new beta around the corner. It's not perfect, but I find that it was far better for me than the Mastodon app when I tried. That said, I don't mind the mobile Mastodon web interface at all. I really don't. And yes, Paul from Tapbots, who we've been following each other since the early days of Tweetbot, is working on a Mastodon client. I assume it'll be iOS and macOS. And when he launches his, That's the one I'm going to be using on the Mac. Like that is the one. I'll pay for it and everything. So he's already on it and he's posting about it. Paul from Tapbots is there. I haven't used Tweetbot because I hadn't used a Mac client when I moved to TweetDeck, and I like the TweetDeck interface. And that's why I like the advanced web interface on Mastodon more than anything. But the instance I'm on is mastodon.social, and it's kind of been crunched. It got better today, somewhat. But like, the desktop app, the Mac app or the iOS app was fine. I could do everything on that. But I couldn't get images to load at all on the desktop. I was having major problems today. But, growing pains. No better, no worse than Twitter in the beginning. But I much, much, much prefer doing the desktop, being on the desktop. That is absolutely my preference. But, like I said, though I haven't tried the Feta Labs app. Not yet. I haven't tried. I found Tusk. I jumped onto Tusky. I'm like, it's a little, I'm not sure I like it. I'm not sure it's perfect, but we'll see how the next beta goes, and then maybe I'll try any other app. For mobile. For the desktop, though, I much prefer the web interface, even with the federated timeline running, which is just drinking from the fire hose. And my notifications have been on fire today because I posted. It's an anniversary. Today's the anniversary for Windows 1.0, and also Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. It's a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving special. That was 1983. I think Windows 1.0 was 1985, something like that. One of those two. So I posted those, and then the Windows 1.0 post. I mean, this is incredible, right? This is just incredible, the amount of connections that are being made on Mastodon. To me, it blows me away. Because I did a Today in Tech History, 191 boosts. Like, I cannot remember the last time I got that many retweets on Twitter. I mean, I'm serious. I'm like, really? I'm like, it went well. So, that's something that'll have me going, all right, I'm definitely going to have to do a Today in Tech History every day on Mastodon. A boost is like a retweet. That's it. A boost is a retweet. It's exactly like the early days of Twitter when everyone started signing up. So I'm like, all right, I'm there. I'm doing it. I'm jumping in. This is what I keep telling y'all. This is the time. This is the time. When there's momentum, sometimes you can be too early. But now is the right time, because there will come a time that I'm not going to say it'll be too late. It's never too late. But right now, when people are more than willing to explore and expand their circles and their bubbles, now is the time to be present and participate, because there's a greater chance of, interconnecting now when more people are paying attention as opposed to ongoing. Because there are even people who've been around in the industry for long and said, oh, their Twitter graph trailed off. Well, that's because, Twitter became big and a lot of people were following different people, et cetera, et cetera. This is, having done this before, this is the right time. This is the right time to jump in. And I'm telling you, there are not a lot of 3D printing folk there. At least that I can see. There's a couple, but not as prolific as I would have thought, honestly, for as many techies who are using it. I posted a couple things, of course, and I usually cross post, here, there, and wherever. So now is the perfect time to join Twitter. It is definitely going a different direction than I would have hoped it would go. If anything, I wish it would have skewed more neutral rather than swinging from one direction to the other, and that's what it did. It just went that way, and I'm like, could we just meet in the middle somehow? Is it possible? Apparently, it's not possible. And yes, it is like email. We have different providers. We can all talk to each other. That's kind of how I've arranged it. So now I'm very happy with the idea of the Fediverse. I think that it gets us back to our roots as people on the internet, our identity, right? And taking that with us wherever we go. You know, I don't want you necessarily just to follow the things I do on Twitch, but I want you to know that I'm doing things here, there, or wherever. I mean, you know me, right? So following me there is inconsequential. Well, the problem if you're using like a private app, like this Hive that all the Star Wars Twitter folk went to, the problem is if they get acquired or they change, then they'd have to. All those people are going to have to restart their social graph elsewhere. I mean, there's a trade-off. There's always going to be a trade-off, right? Like I'm using Substack for email newsletters because I'm not going to pay an email newsletter provider for it at this point. It's just not. It's not practical, and that's a private platform. So even that itself is nerve-wracking. Don't worry about Hive, Radar Cornflakes. It's not a great app experience, and the Star Wars community basically just flooded it this weekend. That's where they all went. So I'm kind of like, all right, well, that's where they're going. So that's where I got to be. Got to go there. I can't just ignore it. So I'm like, all right, well, I don't think it's exactly going to become the place that I'd like to go, but if that's where the people that I've made connections with on Twitter are going, and that's why Twitter was fun for me, but then I have eclectic tastes. I like a great many things, like retro. I don't know if you ever saw Alfie. You ever knew of Alfie? My brother Adam got an Alfie for Christmas one year. The robot thing. We had some of these Fisher-Price toys. We had the record player. Some, when we go over to friends' house, I remember seeing the doctor kit. I remember seeing the classroom. I don't think we had the cash register. But, Fisher-Price was prevalent. Like, you couldn't go to a kid's house without seeing this stuff. You had every one of those? Oh man, we definitely did not. And I remember all these toys too. The house, I want to say we had the house. No, I know we had the barn. Friends might have had the airport. Don't think I ever saw the fire station. Oh, we definitely had the circus. I know we had the circus train. I know that. Remember seeing the school bus. It's funny. Sometimes I have seen the house thrifting. And speaking of, I wonder if we're going to see it listed. The Sesame Street, Fisher-Price Sesame Street. Because I have that. We still have that. Jedi plays with it. With all the figurines. Oh, you came from a big family? Yeah, I wouldn't say that we had a big family. This would have been right. Okay, so these toys would have been I'd have been a little too old. This is 1980, JCPenney. I'd have been 7 years old. So I would have outgrown a lot of this stuff. There's a little pinball. Space machine. See, I wasn't into space vehicles. Really wasn't. Oh, I wanted that so bad. Right there. That thing, the movie thing, I don't know if it's kind of scrolled off the page, unfortunately. But like, that's the thing I wanted most. It's like a movie projector thingy. Oh, can I zoom in? Give me a second. No, I can't. Dang it. I was going to try to scroll down and zoom in, but it won't let me. How can I remember? Oh, Build-Over-Bot. I ate this stuff up. Oh, here we go. If I can shrink it. You wanted I have the Star Wars projector. I bought it years later on Instagram. Someone was doing a sale. Oops. Let me square that away. There we go. The projector. And in fact, I have one of those. I have it in the other room. the hand crank projector, but I wanted this one that had a little screen on it. And this is the one I wanted. Never got it. The cartridges. So I have the Star Wars one, believe it or not. I do have it. And when I was a kid, I wanted a camera. I don't think I had that one. I had another one, it looked like it had the flash bulb on the side. It was the longer camera. I had one of those. I wanted a typewriter as a kid because I thought it was pretty cool. I never got one until I did get one, but it was garbage. It was total trash. Lego, timeless Lego. Timeless. Isn't that funny? Like some things they're just evergreen. You know, the funny thing is I don't just remember some of the toys we had. I remember wanting some of these toys. I remember TV commercials for that that Mickey Mouse talking phone. I don't know if I remember the Big Mouth Singers. I remember these Snoopy Poundaball. I remember seeing those things, and I remember there was one that had like a squirrel that the ball went up in its tail and you shot it up or something. Toddler music. Sing along your celebrity radio or be your own DJ. See, I probably would have gotten a kick out of that. Never got into remote controlled toys though. I got Jedi it's yum yum fun and it's cool and keen and its name is the Snoopy Snow Cone Machine. You put ice cubes in, you get a snow cone out. Yum yum fun is what it's all about. Oh, you sent the image on Mastodon? I'll check that out. I remember some of these. They're in your head. Oh yeah, those little tunnel things. I don't know if we ever had one. I remember kids that we knew had one. With the wire that wrapped out throughout it. And Jedi just got a tent. I don't know if she was sleeping in it or what, but not quite like a tunnel. Bristle blocks? Is that what those are called? Bristle blocks? Lock blocks. Oh yeah, there we go. Bristle blocks. Bristle bears. Yeah, there we go. Bristle blocks. Play school bristle blocks. We had bristle blocks. Let's see if I remember any of these. That puzzle wagon, we got an updated one of those for Jedi. I want to say, of course, everyone had the letter blocks. Jedi had the letter blocks, but her letter blocks were the Aurebesh letter blocks. The Super Mr. Potato Head. Super. Matchbox cars. I only had like one or two Matchbox cars. I had it was like a hovercraft. I wasn't into the small diecast. Never really was. Never really into vehicles, honestly. The closest I came to getting into vehicles possibly was Mask. Mask did not come along until later though. So I mean, all these vehicles. I see like adults, specifically men, going when I'm out shopping. They're always scouring the diecast vehicle section. All of them. I swear to God. I mean, it must have been because they had them as kids. I mean, we had them, maybe, but I didn't have I guess I don't know. I didn't have an affinity for them. Cars or vehicles, really. Star Wars for sure. We never had any of the Tonka toys. Knew of them, but I was never really into the construction stuff or the remote control stuff. Didn't get into figures until Star Wars either. And these are the adventure. Are these the adventure people? They look like they're the right scale. But Tonka wasn't. Adventure, that wasn't Tonka, was it? Because that would have been about the right scale for Star Wars. And we would have seen Star Wars toys in this era too. Don't know if we're going to run into any. See, none of these toys would have been interesting to me. None of the cars would have been interesting. I always did. I thought, actually, this one, I wanted, and I think I remember playing with it once, an electrical Mastercaster where you could basically make your own cars out of molds. I thought that was just pretty cool. I remember that. Never had one, though. I was always a weirdo. With the cars. Everyone's different. I'm looking through these pages wondering if anything jumps out at me, you know? Oh, you had a ton of Hot Wheels and Matchbox? Fiendish Friends. The Universal Monsters. Oh, yeah. Godzilla, Rodan. That's funny. So the funny thing is about that Godzilla, I have that Godzilla as the Super 7 5 POA 4-inch scale figure. And it's modeled specifically after this toy on this page. But I was never into the monsters. Never got into them. There we go! Now we're talking. Now we are talking. Now we are talking. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Empire Strikes Back. Full swing. I mean, I just remember thinking, man... Oh, to have that many Stormtrooper figures. I was lucky to have one. On this page, I don't have the Star Destroyer. I would like to pick up a mint Star Destroyer if I could, though. If I could find one in good condition for a good price. A Sandcrawler would be nice for a vintage vehicle. You might remember last year, I got the Millennium Falcon. Or earlier this year, I guess. The Hoth playset I've picked up. Tauntaun, Dewback, got him. Have the Imperial Troop Transport that became canon. There's the original Droid Factory. Now, my brother Adam got the original Droid Factory. I remember he had that. I thought it was weird. I'm like, what is this? But it didn't come with a figure, so I wasn't interested. The Kenner ones? Kenner was the best. Period. Kenner was awesome. I loved Kenner. Kenner jumped the shark when they released the Power of the Force figures and made them all like He-Man, like all buff and stuff. And I'm like, really? Really? So I used to love these little catalogs. Loved them. Like, I want this one, I need this one. But the thing, that's the funny thing, is you had to order them in sets, right? You had to order them, which was great, because you could just order a set and get, all of them. The problem is if you already had, 8 of them, but you just needed 2 of them, that was a problem. That was a big problem for collecting. Big problem. Snowspeeder, Cloud Car. The remote control land speeder. TIE Fighter, X-Wing. I don't have a vintage X-Wing either. I haven't picked one of those up either. Darth Vader carrying case. I do have one of those. I got one over here or over there. Sometimes I find those thrifting, believe it or not. You have everything on that page? Let me see. I almost have everything on this page. I guess I don't have the remote control land speeder or the X-Wing, but I do have the white TIE Fighter. I've got all the vintage figures. Oh, Star Trek. What? I have seen Trek toys thrifting. Not any vintage though. And honestly, I found the Trek figures to just be lame by comparison. So lame. Just lame. They just weren't as awesome as Star Wars figures. I'm sorry. I'm gonna come out and say it. They just looked lame.
Monsoon Josh 3D just resubscribed for 15 months. Alas, we are 15 months or 3 months into the transit of our sun. Crazy how things have changed, but I am glad to be along for the ride. Keep up the awesome work, Chris.
Indeedy do. By the way, I posted a Funny thing is, on YouTube, I posted in the Tech Shorts channel. I posted the Twitter alternatives. I did a funny see if I can. Give me a second. Where can I go there? Oh, there we go. So I did a lip sync.
I am ready to get hurt again. No question about it. I am ready to get hurt again. No question about it. I am ready to get hurt again.
So what I'm doing is, in this case, I'm basically me signing up for all the Twitter alternatives. 21,000 views. 21 freaking thousand views on the Shorts channel. On the Tech Shorts channel. I'm like, whoa, because it was about Twitter. So I have a feeling I'm going to have to do another Twitter post tomorrow. I just have this strange feeling. Very strange feeling. I don't know how it's going to work out. We'll see. So, anyway. 21,000. And then I posted it to the personal channel. This is what's funny, is I posted the same type of video, different text. Oops, no. To the personal channel. And that on the personal channel, it got 11,000 views. So on the old channel, 11,000 views. On the new channel, 21,000 views. What is going on? What? It was just bizarre to me. Very bizarre. TNG figures in the 90s were so-so but not great. I didn't like the scale. They were too big. Way too big. Way too big for me. Buck Rogers. Beep. If anything, I would want the Twiki figure. The small figure there. I wouldn't want the other ones, though. None of this didn't really, believe it or not, just did not interest me. Playsets didn't interest me. Flash Gordon, I liked the movie. Did not want the figures. Though they'd have been the same scale, they just they hit different. It was like, at that point, it was Star Wars or nothing, like, for figures. That said, and this would have been before DC, I don't think that's Kenner. Who made those? Because those are larger. I don't think that's Kenner. Never had any superhero figures until Kenner made the DC superhero figures. And I don't know if they'd have been out by now, by this time, in 1980. Chips. The Hulk. Hey. What's this? Galactic Attack Dome. I don't know. Legends of the West. Just random figures. Hang on, let me read this text. This text is consumer information about adventure toys. The active imaginative play that adventure toys stimulate provides children with a socially acceptable way of releasing tensions. These toys take children into a pretend world and help them to express their feelings about the real world and to act out adult roles. It is the child who controls the action with these toys. This helps the child to feel less dependent. Interesting they put that in the catalog. Very interesting. A bouncer, a mat. Who would want to work out? Who would... I mean, I suppose some kid might want it. Get exercise. I want an exercise toy for Christmas. I don't know if G.I. Joe... I mean, bigger G.I. Joe may have been out at this time, but not the G.I. Joe that I remember collecting, that I remember getting into, because my brother Ben got into it, and then I kind of got into it vicariously. I did not. Power Rangers, I would have been in college by the time Power Rangers hit. I remember seeing these games and playing these games at friends' houses and being confused as hell. I can still hear the chirps. Beep. 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 Entex. I don't think that brand exists. Tomy. Probably acquired. Electronic sports games. Merlin. There we go. I swear to God, every other kid had a Merlin. We didn't. Oh, electronic battleship. We had regular battleship. We had non-battery powered battleship. What are these? Cartridges. What is that? Microvision? That would have been wild. A desktop pinball. Atomic Arcade. May have seen it once or twice. I remember when I first really got into PCs, they had a Merlin emulator. I'm sure there's like a web-based Merlin emulator out there somewhere. Match Me. It's like a Simon. Brain Baffler. Stop the... Oh! Electronic Detective. My parents got that for some reason. We never really figured out how to play it, though. It seemed terribly complex. One in the lower right-hand corner. Yeah, toys are kind of meant to be broken. Shoots away. Oh, I remember that one. Mr. Mouth. Oh, and I remember the bowling. I thought that would be a fun one to get. Some of these, they're... Mr. Mouth I remember very, very well. I remember playing it, or at least seeing it, the commercial. The chicken game I don't remember seeing. Run Yourself Ragged. There we go. That's the one that I found thrifting. And I remember that commercial. I'm like, oh my God. And even playing it now is just like impossible. Hungry Hippos. It's funny which games broke away and which ones didn't really take off, which ones stuck around, which ones had staying power. Light bright, making things with light. Light bright, making things with light bright. Monster. Oh yeah, the little sketcher thingies. Etch-a-Sketch. Spirograph. Oh, I wanted that Art-O-Matic. That's another one that I wanted. I'm sure it didn't happen because it would have been too messy. We had a light bright though. Crayola stuff. Oh, Light and Learn. Oh, I think we had that. I remember we had some kind of Bert and Ernie game. Was that it? I don't know. Play-Doh. The selection wasn't like varied. More sports. See, all this stuff I would have just like, yeah, I'd have skipped over it. I'm like, nope. Cars, nope. Funny though, it's weird. Vehicles. What I was drawn to, I couldn't tell you what the rhyme or reason. None of the trains, planes, or automobiles, which I guess is getting an extended cut on a 5K release, deleted scenes. This is 1980. Slot cars. We had that skull with the eyes, the headlight kit. We had that. I know we had that. Oh, it's so funny. These random things. Expand their world with science toys. I would have loved a telescope. We had one, but it was garbage. An electronic kit. I wanted a microscope. I did get a microscope. It was serviceable. It was, a kid's microscope. It wasn't like, amazing. Never really had an electronics kit. Wouldn't know what to do with it. Ant Farms. Connect 4. We had that one. We had Clue, Life. We had Monopoly, Mad, Operation. We had all those. Perfection we never had, I don't think. I don't remember that. We had Aggravation, though. And Uno. It's funny. A lot of Bonkers you don't hear about anymore. Mad Magazine you don't hear about anymore. Funny, like I said, funny the things that people latch onto. More computer stuff. Maniac we had. Weren't we talking about that last night? Was it Silver Sunbeam? We had Maniac. Different kind of games that you can play on Maniac. Stamp collecting, baseball card collecting, coin collecting, start a collection. My mom tried to get me into stamp collecting. And I did it for a very brief while. Mighty Mouse. Ziggy. Pink Panther. You don't see much of them anymore. It's got to be something tied up with like licensing or IP, I'd imagine. Is that the toy section? Is that the toy section? Okay, now we're getting into miniatures. There we go. Okay. So I would have wanted like one of these typewriters, but the typewriter I had was trash. It was absolute trash. Nothing like I think any of this. But I wanted a typewriter. Wouldn't know how to type, but I thought it was really cool. More than toys, they help form good work habits early. Viewmaster. Oh, yeah. And the talking Viewmaster. Never had one of those. Showbeam projector would have been fun. We just had the regular Viewmaster. I wanted the projector. I don't know, for some reason I was just like, I'm fascinated with the projectors. Datalore, what are you doing up? Speak and Spell. Okay, now I showed the Speak and Spell that we got from the ET pack the other day. $60. Now you're thinking, oh, that's pretty affordable. No. Back then, that would have been, oh my God. That would have been incredibly expensive.
Monsoon Josh 3D gifted Datalore_TV a subscription.
Thank you.
Josh 3D gifted a tier 1 sub to Datalore_TV. They have given 34 gift subs in the channel.
Appreciate that. Monsoon Josh. So on this page, yeah, we had a Speak and Spell, or my brother had a Speak and Spell. I got that Quiz Kid Math. I got the Quiz Kid Math. I had one. I think I found one thrifting once, possibly. I'm fuzzy on that. I don't. Fun styled radios. Is it a Pepsi can or is it a radio? It's both. Electronic connection. Learning circuitry early there. Magnadoodle. I didn't know they had Magnadoodles that early. See, I never really even seen a Magnadoodle. Playmobil. You know, I had Playmobil. It started out like 1 or 2 sets. Had not a lot of them, but just a few. Guns. We didn't really do a lot of guns in our house. We had cap guns. $60 was roughly the equivalent of 174. Yeah, dude, that's incredible. Like, and here's what amazes me. My parents actually got my brother a Speak and Spell. Like, that's the incredible thing. Like, so they would have spent that to get that for him. I had a Speak in Math because I sucked at math. A lot of good it did me. Apparently, I need to speak in math more. My brother Ben had a Speak and Read. He became a phys ed teacher. So it's funny. It's funny. The toys didn't really help, but they were fun. Look at that. Star Wars. I've seen that thrifting. I didn't buy it because it was trashed. But more electronic toys. LED toys there. Okay, we're going to go out. Pull over, ma'am. I'm going to need to see your license and registration. A Roadrunner? What is it? A pedal-powered Roadrunner. Roadrunner. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Roadrunner. Da-da-da-da. Oh, giant Tinker Toy set. We had Tinker Toys. Pogo sticks. We didn't have Pogo sticks. Lego. There we go. Legoland Town. See, this is what I love. Lego, people forget. Like, Lego just used to be this middle, like, it wasn't, it was gender neutral for girls and boys. You know, the play sets appealed to both. The idea of building appealed to both. But then we got what we have now. That's what he catches you, you're through. Yeah, I couldn't remember. Roadrunner. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Kids are artists too. Well, let's not go that far. Oh, look at that. Someone drew a Star Wars. It would have been 80, so Star Wars would have been all the rage. I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen more Star Wars pop up. Air hockey was fun at somebody else's house. Nice furniture in the kids section, I guess, for kids' rooms. Yeah, kids' rooms. Oh, yeah, I've seen some of those. Hey, boo-boo. Hanna-Barbera. Furniture, that's functional. Oh, there you go. Beanbags. Oh, look at those costumes.
Suspicious Tumble rated my stream with 23 viewers.
Suspicious Tumbleweed. How you doing? How you doing? What are you doing? We're just having fun browsing old catalog pages tonight. Because I grew up in the 80s, so this is a 1980s catalog. We're going through the toys section, because quite honestly, you know, the other section wouldn't have been as interesting. You know, the clothes. Clothes wouldn't have been as exciting for me. They still aren't. I don't browse for clothes like that. I thrift for clothes. Lego. There we go. In fact, one of these sets here was probably the first Lego set that I got. I'd have to go back and look at the first Lego video that I posted to my YouTube channel. It's one. I'd imagine it's like one of these at the bottom, like a Universal Builder. The Universal Building set. This would have been pre-minifigure. Well, at least I think. Or the set that I got, it did not have me. I'll say that. The set that I had did not have a minifigure. No, so I would have had it earlier then. Because this is Legoland in space, so you'd have had space minifigures. And some larger figurines. Not quite minifigures. Yeah, Insta-skip. Sit and spin. There was an Ewok sit and spin. And I almost got one on eBay, but I didn't want to pay as much as they were asking for Jedi. And now she's just way too old for it. But I should have. I should have done that. Big wheels. All the rage. Drum sets. Never wanted one. Look, of course there's an animal drum set. So where were you up to, Suspicious Tumble? You collect Lego more now than it is? Yeah, I do as well, Ghost. I do as well. It's funny how it works out like that, doesn't it? Never did the musical instrument thing. Closest thing I wanted was the SK1, the Casio SK1 sampling keyboard. You're making the workshop more pretty to look at? Oh, could you come and work on mine? That'd be great. That would be wonderful. I'm not exactly running out of room. I just keep collecting. That's my problem. Record players. I don't think we had any record player like that. We didn't have a branded record player. We had a record like a portable record player, but not like that. I had a rocking horse like that. The springs were like rust. It's interesting how they laid out this catalog because we've kind of gone back and forth. Oh, here we go. This is how I got a lot of my stories. Mickey Mouse Disco, Christmas Favorites, Dumbo, Pinocchio, Star Wars, The Black Hole. So cassette tapes. So we had little records on 45 and cassette tapes at this point. We would have, I think at this point, in 1980, I don't think we had moved on to cassettes, our house. We didn't really, I don't think we had a lot of cassettes. I remember we had records, but not like copious amounts. Sesame Street Fever. Down, 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 down. We had Sesame Street record sets. My mom probably has them somewhere, stored. Yeah, hey, yeah, Suspicious Tumble. I pretty much got it, like, going 24/7. It's going strong. We just made partner a month or so ago, which is awesome. What are these? These are other books on record or LP. Radio Flyer Wagon. Who did not have one of those? Sleds that were crappy sleds, and then better sleds, plastic sleds. Plastic sleds are the only sleds. Puzzles, Disney books, Charlie Brown, good grief, Charlie Brown books. I had like a Charlie Brown health book of sorts. Remember that. Books to delight children. A lot of Disney books. Dr. Seuss's. Fairy Tale. Mother Goose. Holy. No, that was a holy page. Boy, they were all about selling the books in these catalogs. Thank you, Suspicious Tumble. I've been running ragged, trying to figure out what I'm going to do. You have the Star Wars Storybook records? I have them. I went back and got them years later, including the Star Wars ABCs and like a numbers one. I played them for Jedi when she was younger. Oh my god, that was my bike! The 330. That is literally my bike. Oh my god. Oh my god. Team Murray blue bike? Team Murray bike? It was it said 330. That thing right there. The yellow, oh my god. Oh my god. You don't know how I have the energy and time to connect with everywhere? Well, it's something to do. If I don't do it, then, I end up spending time, or I should say wasting time, like watching the news. I mean, I still watch, my shows, entertainment, but, immersing myself with, something that I feel is constructive is a better, I feel a better use of my time and attention. Hence me always kind of congregating or going towards these social platforms for sharing, whether that's, here, there, or wherever. So yeah, it's I know you can't read it. It's difficult for me to zoom in because these are JPEGs, but that was my bike. Unbelievable. Okay, now we're in the bikes. So I'm gonna skip over a couple. There we go. Okay. Watches. More watches. Still more watches. I had like a Snoopy watch. Always wanted a digital one. See, I would have loved any of this. I would have loved the digital Darth Vader or the R2 and C3PO. I'd have loved those. Even the desk clock there would have been great. But I wanted a digital watch. I'm not sure. Maybe in later years I got a digital watch. But the first one I had, I think, was a Snoopy wind-up. My dad had a Mickey Mouse one, but I'm like, yeah, it wasn't a Mickey Mouse. Oh, yeah. These would have been fun to have. The, metal detectors. But, like, those would have been toys that my dad would have had to have picked up. Yeah, I know I can go to eBay. I know I'd be all over that. Chess wasn't into. There we go. Intellivision. We didn't have one. A friend did. That's how I played it. That's how I knew it. From a friend's house. There we go. Now we had one of these. The Atari. Or the Atari 2600, right? But I don't know which year we would have gotten it. Was it 1980? It's impossible to know at this stage. It really is. Because nothing was dated. But I got our family got the Atari 2600 on the same year that I got Lego for the first time. I do know that. Oh, Combat. You played Combat? Had a Transformer watch that clipped away from the wristband. You could transform it into a small robot. Oh, nice. So now we're getting to the electronics toys. Yeah, like the guitars, drums. Yeah, not as interesting. Kiss. And is that an 8? Oh, it's a push track or push for cassettes. Garage door openers. Okay, now we're getting to the board. See, they put the toys there, and then they get into the other stuff. I'm like, TV. I got a TV though when I was in the 8th grade. Portable video recorder. We didn't get until later on. That was the year I got a TV and we got a camcorder. I was in the 8th grade, so it would have been 80, 88, 87. Yeah, 87, 88 would have been the time. On VHS. It's funny. You had an Odyssey? Never had a Trash 80. That Roadrunner song is in my head. Why is it in my... Why? Oh, because I saw a Roadrunner thing, and so it was now stuck in my head. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. My hair hurts. Okay. Now that we browsed some catalogs, we looked at some toys from 1980. These are toys from 1980. Maybe next week we'll do 1981. See what would have changed year after year. Because 81. Definitely, I mean, I wonder. See, then we'll know exactly when things came around. I mean, of course, you can go and Google, but that's not as much fun as going through catalogs, in my humble opinion. Now, I'm going to move slightly this way. Oh, you see, look at all the stuff on my desktop. These are all links that I have to share, that I need to do videos on, or figure out what I'm going to do with in some way, shape, or cool stuff. And I got to send out tomorrow, maybe even tonight, I want to send out an email newsletter on Substack. Roadrunner. But I got some Slop Culture Kids that I thought would be interesting to go through. And I'm not sure if I need to see everything there. Oh, by the way, my Shadow Guards turned out really well. You can see the red in the eye slit. Shadow guards. Although the arms on one of them got loose, and then I snapped the helmet on the other, so I'm reprinting the pieces for that. So I thought this has been on my desk for a bit, so I thought I would slot. These are not Garbage Pail Kids. They're parodies, but they're not Garbage Pail Kids. I'm pretty sure this is the full set. Fairly confident this is the full set. We're gonna find out. I'll be very upset if I don't get the full set. This is the way it used to be, except they were wax packs. What is that? Level Heidi? Is that like that looked like Dick Tracy. Peace Mija instead of Peacemaker. Iron Mike Tyson. These are from Mark Pingator. I bought them. Muscle Manny instead of Muscle Men. Beatrix R for kids. Beatrix Kiddo. From that cut through, didn't it? Whoa, Bony Billy. Look at that finish. So this had been from Karate Kid, Billy, right? When he was dressed up. Johnny was dressed up. School Yardley. So this would have been, this is, whatchamacallit? This is, it's... it's, Squid Games. Box sets? What do you mean box sets? He also has these. So he's working on Slop Culture Kids Series 2 next year. He's also been doing Horrible Kids, but I'm not as into the horror stuff, so I pretty much skipped those. But Pop Culture Kids, yeah, for sure. Okay, Squid James. Oh no, I am gonna get duplicates. Oh no, oh my god. 90 cards, oh my god. I may have to go to his website and buy the whole set. I guess I'm not slopping. Look, Grow Drew instead of Grogu. Got a Grogu one. Paula Loader. Judge and Jerry. Todd Father. Instead of Godfather. There's another Jumpin' Johnny. See, like I said, I thought it was Johnny. Hey, Omaha.
Omaha Prince just resubscribed for 6 months.
Thank you so much for your support. Very appreciated. Thank you for following me across the socials. Hey, Big Jano. Sorry, I didn't see you slip in here. Big Jono posted, at least on Mastodon, used the 3D printing hashtag. He posted his Christmas trees. I said, do them in silver and gold. Armory Warren? Who would that be? Who would that be? Some of them I'm not sure. Obviously like a rock and roll dude. Cal of the Wild. Oh, Jim Carrey. Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. Flat Topher. It's the Dick Tracy villain, yeah? Intense Indiana. There's an Indiana Jones. Well, there you go. Al Cordian. Yeah! You know it's a good set when you get a Weird Al. Messy Malcolm. from Jurassic Park, yeah. Judge and Jerry with the foil. Is that what they call it? The foil background, the special foil background. Actually, let me see if he's got. His website is Magic Marker Art. Mark Pingator. Vinyl sticker sets. Oh no, some of them are sold out. I was hoping maybe he's got like individual ones that are available that he's making for sale, but like the sets. Yeah, G.I. Joe Series 1 sold out. Trashformers sold out. Nintendo's sold out. Yeah, I don't know how to. Unfortunately, I don't know how to get the sets. So I hope I get the full first series here. Because I thought he was selling the sets, but he's not. It's gonna make it that much more of a challenge to chase down. Omaha, they're not Garbage Pail Kids, they're Slop Culture Kids. So Mark Pingatori, one of the artists that Topps uses, has his own website and he sells his own stuff, and this is a new series. Okay, so I'm already getting duplicates here. Dang it. Toolin Aaron. So he must be a singer from Tool, yeah. Waitin' Waldo. So where's Waldo? So these are parodies of parodies. What is that? I'm Immortan. So for that's Mad Max, yeah. And then Taxiing Travis. So from Taxi Driver, correct? Correct me if I'm wrong with any of these pop culture references. I thought I was getting the full set. I really did. Guess I needed to read a little more carefully, because I've only picked up the full sets from this guy. I've never. Does he have? I don't know if he's got an email newsletter anywhere either. No, he's contact store. No, he needs to do a better job at like communicating with people. Because otherwise you miss out, right? On this stuff. Slam Duncan. He's an artist, though. I mean, you can't really. It's hard to keep up to date with all the artists. So it would have been. Is that Harlem Globetrotter? Ellen Ripped. Is it Ripley? I'm not counting the duplicates yet. Grizzled Gus. Cramp Kurt. So Escape from New York? Or LA? Rorschach. Rory Shock. Coughed Claudio. Again, I don't know who that is. Rambo. God, he's definitely doing this for collectors with these chases. Yeah, I'm not sure how this is going to add up yet. Given that I have to have 90 in this box. It was, Garbage Pail Kids back then, you could, in the later series, if you got a full box, there was a high chance that you got the full set. Again, big fan, not Garbage Pail Kids. Oh, there's a Rambo, but not the foil. Pulpy Paul. Wait, did I? Yeah. So, Pulp Fiction. Wyatt So Serious. Heath Ledger's Joker. Best Joker ever. There's Immortan. Collecting Chris. There we go. Got a Chris in there. It's a good series. There's a Messy Malcolm and a Luis Poyos Hermanos. Poyos Hermanos Chicken Brothers? Is that what that translates as? Did I get that wrong? Chicken Brothers? Okay. Got another Wait and Waldo. Rick Moronic! Yeah! Look at that! We got a Spaceballs card! Oh my god! Brad L. Beast. Instead of Battle Beasts. Tough Tyson. Brothers of Chicken. That's that's weird, huh? Taxiing Travis. Ripped Rosie. So Rosie the Riveter. And Where the Wild Things, Arthur. See, now some people just want to get the foil chases. I'm just going for a set. Whether it's foil or regular, it doesn't matter to me. And I'm going to have to... I have a feeling what I'm going to have to do is just start following this guy and get all of his announcements. Naughty Negan. Slam Duncan. Boy, I'm getting a lot of these. These must be the commons. School Yardley. He's in. Oh, here we go. Hugh, you gonna call? Hugh, you gonna call? Ghostbusters. Rory Shack. And a Handy Harrison. So these are they're both A's and B's, right? Just like traditional Garbage Pail Kids. Will these be worth anything? Possibly. To collectors. That's why we enjoy them. We're never going to see them necessarily as Garbage Pail Kids. So that's why I like, oh yeah. But now I'm kind of... I'm concerned because the pre-sales of the pre-sales of his stuff, I don't know if they're coming back. So I'm gonna have to like turn on like all the notifications, I guess. He's got a sampler packs, pins. He's got special edition cards, autograph cards. I wish he did an email newsletter. He does the horrible kids too. So yeah, I'm going to have to yeah, there's no way of staying in touch. Cuz I'm looking at his website and there's no email newsletter. Oh, Ellen Ripped again. Starting to see some duplicates. Ripped Rosie. Kenny Kuman. Ronald Russell. These are they're the AB equivalents. Tough Tyson. And unfortunately, as you go on with these opening these packs, hey Gamer Heart, I'm just opening up, going retro. Some Garbage Pail Kids inspired cards. Juicy John. I don't think that one. We had that one. There we go. Childish. He's eating a frog. Hope I get a duplicate of that one, because Jedi might like it. Mad Maynard. Ooh, the Boyd. Homemaker. Or Homelander. Cuddly Corleone. Joyless John. And Wyatt So Serious. Yes, today is the, I don't know, what birthday? 1985, Windows 1.0 was released. Jacked Joe. So who would that be? That'd be, from Home Alone. So Joe Pesci. Mangled Marv, again from Home Alone, so they're kind of a pair. Roth Sloth from Goonies. Sloth. Yeah, I can do that. Come on soon, Josh. Pollos Hermanos. I don't know if I get that reference. I guess I'm not into as much pop culture as I thought. School Yardley. So we're getting, like I said, fair amount of duplicates. And as we go on, I get more and more worried. And then, of course, once I've got them all open, then I got to start separating them and putting them in order to see which ones I've got missing. Okay, so that one's an old... Okay, there we go. Where the Wild Things. Arthur. Ultra Violent Uma. Okay, we didn't have that variant. Joyous John. Ooh, Wounded Woody. There's Toy Story. Did not have that one. And Call of the Wild. We did have that one. Don't have a lot left. Oh, jeez. And the collector in me is going to go nuts. But I may have to just give up. Soggy Saki. Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo. Homelandin. Andy Harrison there. Oh, there we go. Carnivorous Carol. Homelandin. Variant. And Cuddly Corleone. Oh, Gus Firing from Breaking Bad getting burnt in half. See, I never watched Breaking Bad. Believe it or not. Believe it or not. Never got into it. There we go. Daring to be stupid. So we got those two now. Renegade Roberts. Got those two. Oh, there we go. Dirk Helmet. Good show, not for kids. No, I can only imagine. Jurassic Parker. Okay, so now we're getting the equivalents. Because we've seen their A or B sides before. This is the way I used to do it as a kid. Open up packs and then you figure out, okay, then you put them in numerical order. Magic Mike. Oh, so it would have been Michael Jordan. Missin Martin. There's the equivalent. Gristle Gus. I assume that's the character's name. Rory Shock. Okay, we already had that one. Hurt Harry. Did not have that one. Swashbucky. Did not have that one. We're getting a few of these, too. Coming down to the last few packs, folks. I thought I was going to slot, but I don't think I'm slotting here. Tasty Tom. Okay, there's the A or B side. Happy Heath. Fire Walter Wood. Oh, yeah, Firewater. It was the Battle Beasts. Oh my god, I can't believe that. Dread Phil instead of Full. Fury Rod, Fury Road. Waiting Waldo. Where's Waldo? And where are the Wild Things? Arthur again. Okay, I think I've got most of them, but I have. This is the problem. I haven't seen a Roberto Cop. I haven't seen a Tulin Aaron. Oh wait, no, we have seen a Tulin Aaron. Have not seen a Penguin. So this is where I get nervous. I have not seen a Vendetta, which tells me that it's going to be that much more difficult to get their equivalents in these last few packages. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! I may have to give up on this guy. As much as I don't want to, as much as I would love them. Oh yeah, see, I haven't seen the He'll Shoot Your Eye Out. See, I hadn't seen that yet. Hadn't seen Wormy Ernie. So, Earthworm Jim. Okay, Watch Manuel instead of Watchmen. There's a Waldo. And a Tasty Tom. I think the problem is he threw in so many of these damn variants that it just increased the chances of getting a duplicate. He wants people to trade, I guess. I'm like, no, I don't want to trade. Just give me the damn set. Uh-oh, Penguin. Already had that one. I need the equivalent. Oh, there. Who You Gonna Call? So, yeah, I think I got those two. Yeah. Watch Michael. I'm in trouble. Fart. This is... Yeah. No, we've seen that one. Okay, did not have the second one for that yet. Duped Daniel. Oh, that's a new one too. Killian Joke. And another Hugh You Gonna Call. 4 more packs, folks. Yeah, I'm not feeling very good about this. And these, I'd imagine these are all completely random. Juan Bad Day. Oswald. Junked James. Okay, we're getting some Grossbuster. Okay, now we're getting the equivalents. Rife Ralphie. Okay, so we are... Okay, I feel better. I feel better because those are some of the newer ones that I had not yet seen. Because you're not guaranteed to get a full set with this. I got most of them, but... Yeah, Al Cordy. Okay, I'm glad I got an extra one of him. Joyless John. Carol. Collecting Chris. 2 more packs, people. 2 more packs, and then I'm either going to be very mad. Yeah, there's not a tweet deck. It's not a tweet deck app in Mastodon. If you go to Mastodon, and go into Pet Dick instead of, Detective Dick. Hang on. Jiggling Jim. Okay. Feeling better because I didn't have another one of those. Didn't have that one. Assembly Lynn. Gorilla Guy. I think that's the equivalent. And a couple of foils. Last pack. Oh, God. All right. If you go to Mastodon, and if you want here, by the way, for Mastodon, Gamerheart, I'm not sure if you're still here, but there I am on Mastodon. There's the invite to my instance, which is the big one, not necessarily the one that everybody should join. So my recommendation is you go to settings or preferences, and then if you go into, let's see if I can find it. I've got a lot of go into preferences, and then right there on the main page you'll see enable advanced web interface. I'd also recommend, if you have local and federated on, that you turn on slow mode. Turn on slow mode. It would be a recommendation. Although doing that sometimes it'll depend. All right, last one. Here we go. Hopefully that helped, Nomi3. Did you get it? Okay. Okay, so my notifications are at least coming in. Yeah, already had it. Already had it. Already had it. Wait, did I miss one? Already had it. Already had it. Gorilla Guy, already had it. Healing Joke, already had it. Alright, I already had all those. Let me see here for any names are unfamiliar on the Slop Culture Kids checklist here. Yeah, I think I'm missing... No, or am I? Happy Heath I might be missing. I think did I see both the Toy Story ones? I don't know if I did. Juicy John, Pulpy Paul. I think I saw both of those. I may have done it. My question is whether or not because I'm looking at these, I'm like, yeah, I remember getting both of those. Rifled Ralphie? Did I get Rifled Ralphie too? Oh. I may be missing a couple. For the Slop Culture Kids. I'll have plenty of freaking duplicates. Sorry. I don't think I'm slotting tonight. I thought I was going to slot, but I'm not going to slot. I'm going to have to figure out a different way of, following this guy. I'm gonna have to like sort these into order, which isn't very interesting. Unless you want to watch me sort them in order right now. Watch me sort the Garbage Pail Kids. Well, not the Garbage Pail Kids. Sorry, they're not Garbage Pail Kids. I guess I could. I mean, I gotta do it anyway. Alright, so here we go. 27, 28, 45, 42, 29, 28. Some of these cut too hard. 22. Is that a 32? 32A, 32B. Okay, so I don't know. That's a dude. Yeah, this got cut too. The Beatrix got cut hard. Slop Culture. There's that one. Unfortunately, there's no good angle for that. For this view. By the way, if you can hear the plinging in the background, what the plinging is people who are doing things on, like, they're my notifications on whatchamacallit, on Mastodon. That's how many notifications I'm getting. Like, way more on I get way more notifications on Mastodon than I do on Twitter, for sure. Okay, this is a 25A. This is how you do it. 22. I got a lot of this, the Jumpin' Johnnies. 22B. Okay, 22A, 22B. 23B. Hey, Bipolar Bear, thank you so much for the tip. It's very appreciated. And Bipolar Bear, I think I also caught you followed on Mastodon as well. Did I get that right? I'm pretty sure I saw your handle fly. 28A. Flat Topher. 10A. Indiana. Ah. 10A. 16A. Al Accordion. 39A. That's Messy Malcolm. Judge and Jerry. Ooh, I can't see. I can barely see his number. Oh, must be 5B. Sure, I'll swap it out. There's a 22A. I think I've got A and B. I think I got Boney Billy covered. Intense Indiana, 10A. We already got him. Nice to get a second one. 36B. Cal of the Wild. Here, you get to enjoy the trying to figure out how to best display the dupes so you can see them, because it's kind of hard to organize otherwise. 36B, Cal of the Wild, got it. 31B. Oops. 26A. Waitin' Waldo. 30A. M. Norton. $24B. Taxi and Travis. Slam Duncan is 11B. Ellen Ripped is 41A. Okay, so that's those two. 2A is Gristled Gus. 15A, Cramp Kurt. 40A is Rory Shock. 23A. Quaffed Claudio. Quaffed. It's not a word you hear that often. Quaffed. 43B Rambo. Two Rambos in a row here. Rambo. Pulpy Paul 21B. Why it's so serious? 430A. I think I already had him stacked. Yeah, I already had it Norton stacked. 45B. Collecting Chris. The last one. There you go. Keep those drops happening. 39A Mezzy Malcolm. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these dupes, honestly. 26A, I think I already stacked. Yep. Waldo. Fun, but like not quite Rick Moronic. I mean, they're nice. I like them, obviously, but like I'm not sure these are ever going to be. Maybe they'll be worth something someday. I don't know. They're just fun to collect. But given that it's been very challenging to keep up with, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to keep doing it. Which is always sad for me. Like I had to do that. I had the same problem with Black Series Star Wars figures. I basically just had to completely pull away. B. Not quite like the Pokemon cards that all the kids collect, huh? Not quite. Niggin. 11B. We have 11B. Wonder if any of them are mint 10s. Yeah, I don't know. I think because this is like a fan thing. I mean, it's possible that, someone might get a hold of them and go, oh my god, these are the best, things ever. They were kind of a product of their time, nostalgia. I mean, they're going to mean pretty much nothing to Jedi, I'm sure. Apart from the Grogu one, that's the one I wanted an extra one of. And I didn't get an extra one, because I only got the 2. 20B. Who you gonna call? 40A. I'm going to swap it out. I'm going to swap out the foils. 10B. Andy Harrison. Okay, takes care of him. I'm pretty sure I already stacked her. Yep. Iron Mike. 27A and B. Alright, stack him. Rosie. Yep. A 42B Kenny Kuman. 15B. Alright. As an official Garbage Pail Kids series, I would have loved this. Like, the art is just, it's perfect. Wait, no, Kenny Kuman. The art is, it's Garbage Pail Kids. I mean, this is ostensibly their Garbage Pail Kids.
Monsoon Josh 3D chaired X100 today in Star Wars history in 1977, at the Hollywood Bowl, the first public Star Wars concert took place. Zubin Mehta conducted the Los Angeles Philharmonic.
Monsoon Josh, I'm going to need to start collecting This Day in Star Wars, This Day in Tech, this day in history, because I'm serious. Like the tech one that I did today took the heck off. It took off like crazy on Mastodon. Like, I'm not saying it's impossible to go viral on Mastodon, but like it got a lot of attention. So I basically have to find a kind of a source of, like, getting, okay, what was this day in tech? What was this day in I did this day in tech, and then I had like a this day in entertainment and this day in tech. So it may not just be this day in Star Wars. I'm not sure where you get yours from, but I'm going to have to start doing that because it worked out very well. I was shocked. But see, I'm going to need to find entertainment. Star Wars may be hit or miss. I'm not sure if people would be as interested in that. But definitely tech. This day in tech. This day in Star Wars, and this day in entertainment. Because this day in entertainment was Charlie Brown Thanksgiving special. 25B. I think I already stacked him. No, I did not. Okay. Cuddly Corleone. 43A. Yep. Okay. Charles John. 4B. 4B or not 4B. 8B. Jacked Joe. I'm guessing, yeah. I'm guessing it was a 9, 10, 17, 16. Roth Sloth. Todd Father. 25A and B. Yep. 2B. 10A. Nope, I guess I already have the Indianas. School Yardley. 32B. Already had it. Yep. Hey, Mine. What's going on? I'm just ordering these not Garbage Pail Kids. They're like Garbage Pail Kids, but not quite. They're Slop Culture Kids. And I don't know if I have the full set, which is going to be anger-inducing. Because I thought, here's the thing, I thought I got the full set. Which would have been great. And perfect. With all the extras, I mean... Wounded Woody. This is 3A. Wait a minute. Oh, I see. Wounded Woody. 6B. Cal of the Wild. Ace Ventura Pet Detective. Just enjoying the last bit of the weekend? I hear you. I'm looking to do a Twitter stream, or not Twitter stream, a stream about Twitter. I feel I'm going to do one on YouTube, because the Twitter alternative video that I posted, the short, took off on both the channels. But I have a feeling the tech only channel, I'm just going to stick to shorts, and I'm going to try to contextualize it around the news for shorts. Slop Culture Kid. 7. 6, 7A, 7B. Homelandin instead of Homelander. Corleone I had. Okay, Daring to be Stupid. 16B. Weird Al Yankovic. Oh, for sure. Well, I know I've been helping a few people along, so I feel it's time worth spent. helping people figure out Mastodon specifically. And now I'm trying to figure out the ins and outs of the ones I wanted a duplicate of. I don't have. Sad. So, as long as people are basically responding, then I'll just keep doing it, Yeah, so I got to ask Monsoon Josh, do you get it like did you get your day in history on a all the things day in history on a website? Or cuz I mean, if I can go just one place to get it all, it'd be great. It just saves so much time as opposed to like scouring. And there are going to be some days that are just like, you know what, this is not worth crowing about. Swashbucky. Ah. Hey, Maker Viking. How goes? I'm just going through some of my not Garbage Pail Kids, some Slop Culture Kids. They're like knockoffs of Garbage Pail Kids, but the card stock is about the same quality. The art quality is definitely like right up there. Is that 5A? So that must be 5B. Hard to see. 30B. Oh, feel free to message me on Discord, Josh. Since that's pretty much, I'm not sure I'm going to be using Twitter. 26A. Roberto Cop. Penguin. 32. 34. Okay, 35 right next to it. Vendetta. 3A, Wounded Woody. Okay, maybe I do have... Maybe I did get the set. Oh, it's possible. God, I hope I do. 2A, 2A, 2B. Yeah, I definitely had that guy. Collecting Chris. I'll go with the foil. 38B. She'll shoot your eye out. Royal Nomi, hope you're having a happy Sunday as well. I'm going to be... Thanks again for your help with the newsletter. I've got to stack it. I'm not sure how easy it's going to be for me to edit yet, but I'm thinking I'm probably going to be getting the newsletter out tonight. I will try to send it out tonight, possibly. I have to like format everything and all that. It's not exactly straightforward. Manuel. Pretty sure I already had that one. 26. A. Yep. Tasty Tom. 3. Wounded Woody. Oh wait, I already had that one. Tasty Tom. Take the Chase's Penguin. Wait. Do this because it's at 34A. Odd Oswald. And then the thing is, I gotta start all over again with the newsletter. This is why I'm just doing it once a week. Because then I'm like, I gotta start stacking links all over again. Like, oh, I need a 20B. Hopefully, and every week I hope, like, I have enough. And even if I don't, then it's just like, well, it is what it is. If I can just get in the habit of doing it, to me, it's just about that kind of consistency more than anything. Oh, there's that. Hey, thank you for following. Is it Daver13? Dave R13? I've been spending, like I said, most of my time connecting and reconnecting with people on Mastodon, and now on another service called that the Star Wars community went to, which is just aggravating to no end. 1B, there we go. Okay, so I got 1A and 1B. Sweet. 9B. Johnny. 32. Well, I don't even have a 34 yet. Starting to get a thick stack in my hand, that's for sure. 20B. Ah, 20B. Who you gonna call? Juan Bad Day. 2 Jokers. That's kind of interesting why he'd do 2 Jokers in the same set. Juan Bad Day. Joker. Junked James. I don't know, is that Shredder? It's got to be Shredder. Oops, that's out of order. Rifled Ralph. Okay, so I do have Rifled Ralphie. I do have a second. Okay, good. That was one of my concerns. I may be complete. Not quite Garbage Pail Kids. These are Slop Culture Kids by Mark Pingatore, and they're like Garbage Pail Kids. He's a Garbage Pail Kids artist. And he basically makes these and sells them on his website, and I must have missed when you can get just a full set. But if I end up getting the full set here, then I feel more confident about not getting the full sets moving forward. 13A, 13B, 36A, Pet Dick. I'm missing 35 so far here. Don't know what the heck happened to 35, but there's 19. Never heard. What? Oh no, you wouldn't have heard. You would have heard of Garbage Pail Kids, but you would not have heard of Mark Pingatore. Like if you're a Garbage Pail Kids fan, then you would have known. A fan of I can't even keep up with all the Garbage Pail Kids these days. Okay, so now we're getting down to what I'm pretty sure I've got duplicates of. Gorilla Guy, 35. A. 33. Oops. Gorilla Guy, 35B. Remember. 35. Wait a minute. 35, 33. second. 32A, 32B. Wait a minute. 34A, 33, AB, 32. Do I have? Oh, I had that out of order. I'm not great with numbers. Not great with numbers. Assembly line. Okay. Or assembly line. Now, this is when I go through and have a heart attack. You ready for my heart attack? Okay, that's 37B. So this stack here may be the full set that I've been needing. May. I'm worried. Yes, it is Thanksgiving week. Hope you stuff yourself, silly. All right. How can I do this? Drum roll. Okay. A, B, A, B, 4A, 4B, 5A, 5B, 6A, 6B, 7A, 7B, 8A, 8B, 9A, 9B. Okay. 10A, 10B, 11A, 11B, 12A, 12B, 13A, 13B, 14A, B, 15A, B, 16A, B, 17A, B, 18A, B, 19A, B, this is looking good, 20A, B, 21A, B, 22A, B, 23A, B, I may be good, 24A, B, 25A, B, 26A, B, 27A, B, 28A, B, 29A, B, 30A, B, 31A, B, 32A, B, 33A, B, 34A, B, 35A, B, 36A, B, 37A, B, barely, 38A, B, barely, 39A, B, 40A, B, 41A, B, 42A, B, 43A, B, 44A, B, 45A, B. Oh my god! Oh my god. That would have stressed me out. That would have stressed me the F out. Oh my god. And unfortunately, a lot, I mean, these are fun dupes to have, but they're not the dupes that I would have wanted. So I'm gonna hold that one to the side because it's a Weird Al Yankovic one. Because I would have wanted an extra Grogu. That would have been a nice one to have to the side. But these will be good, potentially to, you can throw it into a package or something like that. If you're sending it to someone whose name is on there, like, a Wayne or a Woody or a Tom or a Waldo. Oh, man. No, it wasn't just excitement. It was nervousness. Like, did I get them all? Because it wasn't guaranteed. I don't think it was guaranteed to get a full collection. I'm pretty sure it wasn't. And I mean, some of these are good, but, like, I'm not sure, like, Jedi wouldn't know half these references. Hell, Diana wouldn't know half these damn references. And they're all over the map in terms of, like, Indiana Jones is obviously old. Godfather's old. Rosie the Riveter, very old. But Squid Game's relatively new. So they're kind of all over the map in terms of pop culture call-outs. I think he didn't have a theme to put him in. And as luck would have it, put these over here. The print finished. The final of the turkeys. I'm done with the turkeys for Jedi's classmates. This isn't a card game, Nikita. These are, like, not Garbage Pail Kids. These are slop culture kids. done by an artist who does the Garbage Pail Kids, and he sells them on his website. And I have his Star Warped Kids. I had a couple of the other ones, and I guess he's released other ones yet, the sets, but they sold out. I'm like, how did I missed, if I missed, that's the problem, is if you don't have like an email newsletter or like a way for me to stay up to date, the algorithm just basically kills you. So I'm going to have to turn on the guy's notifications so that I stay up to date when he releases original sets. So not a card game. Collectible, for sure, but definitely not a card game. No cards here. But yeah, that was, and the print is done, as luck would have it. At the same time that I finished sorting these not Garbage Pail Kids. Fantastic. Now let me make sure I'm turning on. How do I turn on notifications? No, not block. Well, I guess I'll have to do that after the show. We're going to be doing a happy hour tomorrow on MakerDeck. No. So there's going to be a happy hour on MakerDeck tomorrow. And so feel free to swing by there then when that's happening. It's going to be right around 4 p.m. Pacific, I believe, is when it's going to start. You can find me across all the socials. There's my bio link. You click it and you're like, oh yeah, I'd like to follow you here. I'd like to follow you there. I'd like to follow you everywhere. And then you can. It sends you to all the places. Not that I'm like active on all the places, but you know, right now I'm mostly active on, or I've been mostly active on well, not Twitter. Mastodon has sucked me in. Just eaten me alive, basically. But it's been fun. It's always fun to dive into a new platform. I always have fun diving into a new platform and connecting with people that I've known, maybe don't know. Just a chance to explore and meet new people. So thank you for hanging for tonight's geekiness. Looking at old catalog images, playing with some Garbage Pail Kids, geeking out with y'all. Thank you. Watching the printer go with MakerDeck there in the background. These turkeys. Turkey's done. If you wanted to know, these are the turkeys, right? So it's got Darth Vader on the front of the turkeys, and so I'm doing these for my daughter's class. To hand out for my daughter's class. So there should be. I think I needed 50 of them, and I'm definitely over 50 here because she's got. I think she has 50 already. Oopsie doopsies. All right, we're going to be raiding into, I think, who did I see? Groggy Nod is doing some, looks like he's doing some 3D modeling. So we're going to be raiding over to him. Use the Perlo Raid and MDeck Raid emotes if you are so inclined. I love you. I appreciate you. And at this point, I'm going to leave you to your own devices. May the Force be with you always. Again, thank you for geeking out with me. I appreciate it. See you on MakerDeck, certainly for happy hour tomorrow, and potentially live on YouTube. Because I want to talk through Twitter alternatives there, because that short video took off like a bat out of hell. So I'm like, oh, I need to follow it up immediately then with a live video. Here we go. Tuscan rating in 3, 2, 1. All right, take it away. There you go. It